This is the Grade 4 Mission 2 overview. If you're using, for Zearn Math, if you're using Eureka, it's the Module 2 overview. Title is Measure and Solve. The central focus for this mission, we build upon place value understanding to convert metric units and solve problems. So it's really a measurement unit focused on conversion of metric units, which are base 10, so it's a really good place value review. This is a medium priority mission. So what medium priority means is you can get through it. You don't have to spend extra time on each lesson to make sure they understand. You can present the material, move through it quickly. If kids get it, great. If not, it's not the end of the world as far as the metric units are concerned. Now, what's great about this mission is there's some additional and good review with multiple digit addition and subtraction. So that's a really strong purpose for this mission, but it is medium priority. The progression starts with exploring relationships between place value and metric conversions. Again, a good practical application of place value. Focuses on kilometers to meters, kilograms to grams, liters to milliliters. Again, connects it to place value understanding. Then they convert measurements and then add and subtract measurements with like units. The conversion is really a good application, a higher level application for place value understanding. These problems are best worked with in closely teacher guided situations, so not a lot of homework here would be necessary. The homework in this mission should center around practicing addition and subtraction, practicing multiplication facts, do these conversion activities while they're with you in class. And then in the end, they compare quantities and solve word problems with mixed units. And this is a highly complex problem solving. These will be highly complex problem solving events with a lot of cognitive lift in them. So provide immediate feedback, watch students closely as they go through these. They're very, very good to get into the depth of knowledge 3 and 4 level stuff. You might even approach some 4 level stuff in these. If you really decide to turn the problem solving over to kids without a lot of introduction from you, then you're definitely there checking for transfer. Strong problems. Fluencies in this mission, spiral fluencies. So spiral fluencies are those things they've already covered, they need to continue to work on. These are the same as the last mission. Add and subtract to 1,000, multiplication and division fact fluency. So by now you're several days in, memory should be refreshed, and you'll see clearly who has fact automatic retrieval and who doesn't. Students who don't, it's time to start thinking about how to intervene or what tools to give them to help them to be successful. Because if they don't have single-digit fact fluency, it's going to be really difficult for you as you move into Mission 3 to develop multi-digit skills. Core fluencies are those kind of presented in the mission that will carry forward, and that's just place value understanding. That's what you're working on in this mission, and you always need to be working on place value understanding by questioning kids as they work through problem solving and just basic problems using algorithms. The foundational goal from this mission, so really what they take from this mission that will contribute to all future math learning, place value understanding. And a note here, used in problem solving and articulated when using standard algorithms. So I just keep reiterating, when students use standard algorithms, we undersell those because we say, well, there's no demonstration of place value understanding, which can be true unless you ask them questions about what they're doing. So as you're wandering around watching kids answer questions, ask them why they carried a 1, why they borrowed a 2, or 1, borrowed a 2, why they carried a 1, carried a 2, borrowed a 1, and make sure they can tell you, they can articulate the value of those digits, the value of the numbers, value of the digits according to the place that they're in. What doesn't go away, again, these are skills that students need to continue to work on throughout math so that you can keep them fresh and readily accessible in long-term memory. And that's procedures for addition and subtraction of multi-digit whole numbers up to 1,000, or maybe in this case over. And the importance of place value understanding, just keep reiterating that as students work these problems. And then automaticity of multiplication and division facts. Continue to, even if kids have mastered it, continue to review it from time to time. If they've mastered it, you don't have to do this a lot, but do it from time to time. And these skills you work on, again, I'm talking about 5 minutes a day, 2, 3, 4, 5, maximum 10 minutes a day working on these kind of fluencies. Anytime you have a minute, figure out ways to work on these things. Special notes, again, are for if you're running out of time, in times like during the pandemic when we have less time to spend with kids physically. You need to narrow the focus, so these notes should help you with that, or the intention is that they help you with that. You can always call me or email me for help with those things too. But special notes here: metric conversions, extend place value understanding. These lessons you really wouldn't even have to march through this entire mission. You could do these lessons in flex time, on flex days, on Fridays, when you're not wanting to start something new or something. You could throw these lessons in. They could really be done at any time because they're not building towards anything, and they're not necessarily building from anything other than a review of multi-digit addition and subtraction operations procedures. If you do this unit, then take a lot of time to review facts and multi-digit addition and subtraction skills. If you do the unit in its entirety, this would be a good place to do some differentiation for students who are struggling with these particular things. An example is you could use Zearn to do the teaching of the content. Just turn it over. I know this is uncomfortable for teachers, but this is something that Zearn would work fine with, and they're probably covering similar things in ST Math too that will help with this understanding. But if you turned over the major teaching content to Zearn, and you could pull your small groups together, and when you work with them, you could spend more time with strugglers who need a little more direct instruction with these skills because they're just not getting them with practice. So just an idea of a time. Everybody says differentiate, everybody says work with these struggling learners, but when do you ever have the time? In these medium priority missions is when you could buy some time because you don't need to spend as much time developing the concepts within those missions.